Hello, everyone. Welcome to Soulpreneurs Symposium. This is my new series where I am going to talk with soulpreneurs all over the world, and we are going to discuss how they are helping lightworkers and empaths in the spiritual awakening journey. And today I'm honored to have Rebecca with me. Hi, Rebecca. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
It's so amazing to have you. I'm a big fan of Rebecca's YouTube channel, her videos, and I found her through one of her work just 2 months back. And after that, I've been following her like crazy, And it's so amazing to have this conversation with you. Today, we are going to talk about how you are helping, with lightworkers and empaths. You have a program, what it is about, what are the challenges that comes with your clients that you help with, and so much more. So stay with me, right? So let's start. Rebecca, tell me, like, how did your journey started with this whole thing that you're doing right now, in brief?
Oh, wow. So I guess it started way back, in my teens when I felt like a call to sing, and I felt kind of like there was a bigger me in here than I was really letting out here.
Mhm.
And I felt very called to sing. And at that time, I started to just teach myself how to sing and teach myself how to play the guitar. And I did that through writing songs. So my whole journey with writing songs was, um, teaching me about how to be more of me. And when I started to perform, I started to feel like this presence of something bigger, of my source self, my higher self. And so my songwriting started to get into that process, or those topics of expanding myself, of learning about my higher self, of being all of me, and my whole journey of getting more confident in front of people and performing. And then that led to more spiritual work, of like more seeking work. Like as I became a songwriter, I was also seeking and becoming a yoga instructor and studying Course in Miracles and studying Reiki and studying
Wow.
law of attraction. So it just kind of all kind of well melded together until I started. And I sang for seniors a lot at senior homes and healthcare centers. And I felt like my voice, people always said my voice was very healing to them. So I got a message in my practice that, uh, start singing without words. And
Hmm.
this was a long time ago. This was like 17 years ago when I first had my son. And I was like, I don't really know what that means to sing without words. I kind of do. I kind of don't. Like I studied toning with yoga, but now at 50, I just turned 50, and I've started my sound healing practice like I guess 5 or 6 years ago, where I really started to trust how
Hmm.
my source nature was coming through and how that would come through my voice. And I
Mhm.
started doing that with Reiki. And now I'm just kind of doing it just as my practice, as my sovereign source self, and just letting that frequency come through the sound. And it requires a lot of trust, but
Mhm.
to just open your voice, open your mouth, and let whatever come through. But so what I do is just teach people how to go through this kind of journey of how your voice can get you connected to your higher self, and also how
Wow.
your voice can be a sound healer for your body and for old past emotional programming and belief system program. It kind of can upgrade your whole thing, your voice, and the frequencies that come through, and the knowingness that comes through with your voice is
Mhm.
really a power, superpower we all have. And that's what I teach people.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Because I am a musician too. I'm a hobbyist musician. I play
Oh, cool.
guitar, I sing, I play some instruments, and I've seen you playing instruments too, And
Yeah.
as you mentioned, like you had this musical journey, and I was on my musical journey also, but you found this thing that without words, singing without words. I have seen you in your videos doing sound healing at the end of every video. I watch it,
Yeah.
and I have seen the effect it creates. I do not know, but it feels like when you sing. So Rebecca does this thing. So you can watch her videos. I'll have the link of her channel in my description. You can see her videos. It's fantastic. And when you do the sound healing things, this little 5 minutes thing that you do, uh, it feels like a effect, you know, a grounding effect to me, as if like I'm coming back in alignment, as if like if there is some sort of, you know, thing going on, misalignment in my system or something, if there is something going on which is causing me anxiety or something, just hearing the very first tone that you do, you know, feels
Mhm.
like it's coming from, you know, some real higher realms or something. I can like imagine like it's like some angelic realms or something. You also mentioned something about that you do it at certain frequency of 144 degree or something like that. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I don't, it's been a long journey to trust myself and trust my knowing. I
Mhm,
have a lot of powerful women in my life. I have a lot of I just, I've kind of had the journey of trusting other people above me, and it's been a journey to really claim my own knowing and trust that.
mhm,
And so I don't know. I meditate a lot, and sometimes I really tune into my source self. And recent, and I guess by last year I started to notice that it felt like it was a frequency of like a really higher self. I have a video of how I describe about different
mhm.
layers of source energy, and I feel like there's different frequencies of source depending on where we are in our ascension journey. And so there's
Okay.
source, and then there's other layers of our creation journey, and then there's source from there and source from there. So it's all expanding consciousness. And
Wow.
so when I'm tuning into right now anyway, I feel like I'm tuning into that source that feels like it's more um expanded. Probably it feels like it's at the 144th dimension, and I don't know why I know that or how I know that. It's just I got that in my meditation, and that's what I've been playing with, and that's what
Mm,
just feels aligned right now to play with. And
mhm,
that could expand or shift. But so and that's important to me, because I feel like we're all in different places on our awakening and ascension journey,
mhm.
and it's up to the individual of what frequency is going to feel like like coming home and coming into themselves and grounding and aligned. And some people won't resonate with what the
Mhm,
frequency I sing with, some people
mhm,
will. And it's the same when I listen to other people do sound healing. There's some things I can just line right up with and I can hear, and there's a lot of stuff I cannot listen to. And
mhm.
because it's just not a vibrational match for one reason or the other. So I think
Right.
it's important for the individual to make that call and that knowing for themselves, because sound healing has different frequencies in it, and it can be expanding, and it can be actually spiral you down vibrationally too. So you just have to know where you are and trust. And it's not a hierarchy or better than anything. It's just where we are in our vibrational journey and what's serving you at the moment.
Wow, amazing. So this whole thing came naturally to you, the whole sound
It
healing thing. You found it
pretty
within yourself.
much, yeah. I mean, I've had a lot of influencers. I've had a lot of um, energetic influencers like Holy Fire Reiki,
Mhm.
and just my yoga journey, and law of attraction, and Abraham Hicks. And so I've
Yeah.
had a lot of things that frequencies I've studied with. So,
Mhm,
and Marconics. And I feel like that's been the journey to the now moment, that
mhm,
I've been able to just say thank you and release that dogma and structures of those different things, and just
mhm.
come into my sovereign knowing of where I am in the now moment. So, but I've
Amazing.
had a lot of influences. Yeah.
Wow, this is amazing. This is truly amazing. Okay,
Oh, good.
now uh, the question that comes in my mind is for those who are watching right now, they might be thinking, okay, sound healing, but what are the benefits that I can receive? You know, who is it for? What challenges, if somebody is facing, they can find, you know, healing through sound healing. Can you talk about that?
Sure, sure. Well, the sound healing I do is through the voice. Um, just vocal toning, and you really can use it for anything. You can use it for a physical pain. You can
Mm-hmm.
use it for, something you're experiencing in your body, like a cold or stress or stuff like that. You can use it to
Oh,
shift emotions and emotional behaviors. You can use it to integrate and shift and renew thought patterns and beliefs. You can use it to expand and experience different dimensions. You can use it to
hmm.
experience your sovereign connection with source. You can really use it with anything, because like, but what you really require is an open mind, and to be on the awakening journey, and to know that there's these possibilities. Because if you don't, like, it's, you know, like with anything, if you're shut down and don't believe in that process, then, you know, it's not going to work for you.
Wow.
So but yeah, there's frequencies, there's frequencies with sound healing that you can do. Like on the internet, people have taken certain sounds, like, you know, like high, like, you know, computer sounds that match and align with, like, I did this once with, I had mercury in my mouth with the fillings, and I got like certain frequency sounds from this frequency bank. And I would listen to it to kind of cancel out the problems I was having with the mercury. Now there's several different ways sound therapy works, and one is entrainment. One, you can take a higher frequency sound and entrain a low frequency, and that works really well with depression. And that's a lot of what I do on my channel, is the entrainment stuff, where I take a higher frequency, and I'm encouraging lower frequencies to come up higher to their natural state of well-being. But there's also like a canceling out. You've probably seen like a glass explode, right?
Yeah.
With sound. That's kind of, you can do that. You can do that with, you know, different things in the body and different experiences. You can meet the sound frequency and like this, and kind of just cancel it out. And a lot of it's done through the voice with intention. The power of intention as that frequency comes through the voice is so powerful. And that's the kind of sound healing I do a lot of, is that I make the intention, and I make a powerful intention, and I meet that frequency. So it's, there's different ways to do it.
Fantastic. Okay, now I'm going to go into some of the challenges that always come up in my Facebook group, you know, people who are going through the spiritual awakening journey. For example, one of the 3 major challenges are the spiritual depression, the anxiety, and health challenges, you know. As you were mentioning, that sound healing can help almost all these 3, because you talked about how you found support with, you know, your health challenges, and you also talked about how it helps with depression. So for people who might be inquiring, you know, I am going through so many health challenges. I myself had digestion problems when I was going through my dark night of the soul. I had headaches, I had a ton of things going on, and it can feel very overwhelming, and the depression on top of it, and the anxiety and the panic attacks on top of it. So people who are in the midst of it, you know, who are feeling such an overwhelm right now, and a lot of people are, how do you suggest, you know, what they can do with sound healing so that they can find relief?
Yeah, I really get that. And I really get the ascension and awakening journey of the symptoms that can come up. And just going through menopause myself, and the hormonal fluctuations, I felt like a crazy person in the past 5 years.
Oh my God.
But these symptoms are real. The ascension and awakening symptoms are real. And basically what they are is just the body learning how to integrate higher frequencies, right? And our bodies are doing kind of like a wobble to try to integrate. And I think sound healing works wonderful. Now, it's not going to be like sometimes it can be like a magic pill, but most of the time it's not. With anything, it's like, you do it and you have a tool, right? So if I'm on the couch with depression and exhaustion as one of my symptoms here, you know, what I do is I'll just tune in to my highest self, whatever that is for you. And then I just start toning from there. And how I would teach someone who doesn't have the background that I do, I would be like, start with Om, or start with Ah, and just start toning. So sometimes what can happen, if you're just laying on the couch feeling depressed, or feeling like you have a digestive issue, or just feeling exhaustion, you can just start to tune in. There's different things you actually can do, but just as a quick thing, you can just start oming or toning Ah, and wherever you are, that frequency will come through, and it's pretty amazing. You start toning and toning, and you tone out the denser frequencies. And if you do it long enough, you're going to feel a shift where the frequency shifts into a state of more well-being and lightness. And I know this because I've experienced it. I've experienced it so many times that now I've kind of made the bridge, and now I can do it pretty quickly and I can expand myself pretty quickly. But so the more you do it, the more you create this bridge for yourself where you get there quicker and quicker, right? But it's such a cool thing because our voice is there, right? So it's this tool we have. So that's what I would recommend. Om until you start to you feel that shift. And if you're like, I feel so awful, I don't even want to use my voice, that's when sound healing from someone else, and just be willing to receive it from someone else. So I teach both, like that you can really open up to receive the sound gift from someone else, or I really like teaching people to empower them to have their own tool of their voice and receive their own voice.
Wow. Amazing. So it can help when somebody's going through their, physical health challenges and everything. They can tune into the right frequency and they can feel the shift coming. Wow, that is.
Yeah. And, I think it may not shift the whole like digestive experience that's happening, but it will calm the nervous system. It may, you just don't know, but it could just like make your stomach feel better. Or it could just calm your nerves so that you can feel lighter and just let the body go through what it needs to go through. And it also gives you a point of stillness within you so that you can hear more clearly what the body's asking for. It might want different food. It might need more water. It might just need to rest.
Right.
And, in my yoga, are you familiar with like the 5 koshas in yoga?
Yeah, Vata, Pitta, and all that stuff, right?
Not doshas.
No.
That's doshas.
The koshas as in the Manomaya kosha, the 5 layers of the body.
Yeah. The 5 layers of the body. And it really, I teach from that a lot. And so sometimes the symptoms that come up really are letting us know that our body's asking for more connection with source. And sometimes we have to do that through a physical thing. Sometimes we have to do it through an emotional thing. There's those different layers, but ultimately it's asking for more connection with source. And it's giving us a real like, hey, when it's reached the physical body, a physical sensation, it's like really trying to get our attention. Like, I really want rest. I really want connection. I really need more water. And so I have found sound healing to really give me a sense of stillness inside so I can really hear that message of what my being and body really are desiring right now.
Amazing. I just want to let the viewers know right now that every time I watch any of Rebecca's videos, there comes this time when I start feeling like she is talking what I have been experiencing. And as I was hearing her right now, the exact same feeling came over me. Like, there's so much connect. So again, if anybody's watching right now, go check out Rebecca's channel. The link will be in the description. She makes this amazing support videos, which I have felt, I have found so much support from those videos. It's really amazing. So stay connected with her. She is amazing. Now, this thing that was coming in my mind, that since it's sound healing, that since it's about tuning in to a particular frequency using your own voice, this is might be a dumb question. Totally. Okay.
No dumb questions.
Like, do you have to know singing to do this? I guess somebody might be thinking, I don't know sing. I don't know how to sing. So can I still do it myself? Is it a possibility for me? But
yes, it is totally possible. And the thing is, the more you are willing to sound out, the more your vocal instrument starts to kind of, alive in. Because I really feel like everyone can sing. And if you talk, you can sing. It's just elongated stuff. Now, if you want to go sing opera or go sing like a certain style, you need a vocal coach to kind of teach you that. But for this purpose and to really use your voice and enjoy your voice, I feel like everybody can sing. And so the thing is with sound healing, you don't have to sound pretty or good. The frequency will take care of, through the sound, takes care of everything. So it's not about sounding pretty or good. Although like when you do it more often, like the tones get clearer. And as you get clearer as a vessel for source, like I
Mhm.
feel like the tones get clearer and kind of more pretty, you know,
Oh,
if we're talking in those terms, but because you just get more like a crystalline kind of connection with the tone that's coming through. But anyone can do this,
mhm.
and you don't need any singing background. What you do need is an open mind
Uh-huh.
and a willingness to be a seeker, and to have a broader perspective of awakening, right? That
Mhm.
this is possible. I feel like that's important.
Awesome. Awesome. That's fantastic. That is one, question taken care of. A lot of people might have been thinking like, I can't sing, so this is probably not me. So now it is totally for you. You can do it too, right?
Yeah,
This
that's an
is
important question. That is
yeah.
really important. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. But I just want to talk back about that thing that you mentioned in the last question. That is the whole thing about the digestion problem and other health challenges that sometimes can be, you know, found, you can find relief by using the sound healing thing. Because I remember that when I was going through my digestion challenges, I just want to share this with you because I found so much connect with you when you just said this, that sometimes the body just wants to come back to the source, and
Mhm.
when I would be in this midst of these things, like 6 months from now, there would be this huge digestion problems. It would keep me awake at night till 4 a.m. in the morning. And I would have no other option but search in YouTube for like digestion problem, ascension symptom, who knows something, and Rebecca's videos will come up, and that would be something. But when I would be in that place, I remember that the one thing that would help is not freak out and not get into that negative spiral, rather try to ground, try to calm myself and center myself. The more I would do that, the reactions of the body would kind of like calm down, and kind of like the digestion problem would not flare up as much, and soon I would find relief. And
Yeah.
so I guess that's what probably can happen when you do the sound healing thing. You can find
Yeah.
that grounding spot and centering spot a little sooner, right?
I would agree. Yeah, for sure. And there's so many it's there's so many things that sensation can be. One, it can be like a mechanical thing of our body.
Mm-hmm.
It could be that our body's raising its vibration. It really requires different food or more probiotic or
Mm-hmm.
more water, or it could just be a nervous condition, right? It could be an entity condition. It could be just the body needing rest and wanting to have a different perspective. So, I mean, I love the map of the five koshas because it really does give us these five areas. And I work with a lot with people is that it could be, a combination. And this is what we work with in yoga therapy, is that just like it's a combination of all of it, because you're a human being on this planet, of how to address like, an acute digestive problem. Like I
Mm-hmm.
really don't believe in just masking the symptoms with like, a
Right.
pill or just with diet. Like a physical symptom comes from an energetic
Mm-hmm.
underneath and comes from a vibration underneath. So, but yeah, it can relax you on the
Mm-hmm.
emotional nervous system level for sure.
Wow, amazing. Okay, I guess the next question is something like this, that a lot of other health challenges, for example, excessive self-awareness, a whole lot of anxiety and traumas and health challenges, everything come up. And a lot of people are going through this. So somebody who, if they work with you and, learn sound healing, what is like the approximate, time or duration or anything by which time they can expect to see positive transformation? Is there something that you can give around that?
Well, I would say that is just really up to the individual, because it just depends on how much hooks people have into their past programming and
Mm-hmm.
how willing they are to detach from them. So,
Mm-hmm.
if you're super willing and you're ready to detach from past programming, past karmic ties, past people in your lives, if you're really upgrading and you're like, I am ready to do whatever it takes, it could be pretty quick. You know,
Huh.
I, I think there is possibilities for quantum leaps in this reality, but most likely, in our culture and in the collective, uh, it just depends on what beliefs and what we've modeled from our past, and what we're getting from our past too. So
Mhm.
sometimes in the subconscious, we don't realize that, we might be like, yeah, I just want to like move on. I want to, awaken and this and that. But there's a tie. We're getting something from a certain old belief that
Mhm.
we're not ready not to get yet, to let go of yet, like a certain attention. Okay.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
we might be getting attention for a certain thing. We don't realize we're getting that attention from this kind of old belief that we got maybe from our lineage or our parenting and stuff like that. So it really just depends. And I would say it's all individual.
Mhm.
And it's a journey. It's not like a magic pill.
Right.
And but it could be, it's a journey, and we're always expanding on ourselves. We never arrive. It's a progress.
Got it.
And even when we think we've arrived, a few years ago, I was just like, wow, I feel like I've really arrived. I feel like I've done all the awakening. And it's just like, it was kind of naive.
Right.
And it's just, sometimes reach a plateau. We're like,
Mhm.
wow, like this is it. But it just isn't. And it's just like, we're always expanding on ourselves, and it's an ever expanding universe. And it's interesting because I
Yeah.
posted on Facebook a thing about like, what's your dreams? And so many people were like, I'm living it. This is it. And I kind of was like, devil's advocate of being like, well, we're always expanding. So how does it get even better? So that's would be my answer to all that.
Got it. Got it. As in, like with the sound healing, it's not about just getting the results. It's about expanding more and more and more and more, further connecting with your source more and more. So it never ends. So it's not
Yeah,
just about healing. It's more about your personal evolution and your journey and growth. It's more than what it is.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
how I see it. That's how I see it. And that's why I really don't like sound healing, but I call my work alignment through sound. But I
Uh-huh.
use sound healing a lot because people relate to that to try to find the work,
Got
because
it.
alignment through sound. But I really don't align with the term sound healing as much as I
Hmm.
do with alignment through sound, because I feel like everything's vibration, and that's all we're doing is just realigning with vibrations that work better for us, right?
Wow, amazing. I got my answer. Like seriously, was totally fantastic. Okay, this is the last question. That
Okay.
is, people who might be watching right now, if you are with us right now, that's fantastic. And if you might be thinking that how to get started with you, how to get on this journey of learning sound healing and coming back in alignment, finding source and connection with their own voice. How does that work? How can people connect with you and get on this journey with you?
Yeah, well, it's an exciting time for me because I'm kind of revamping my website, revamping how I do things, and I'm going to be creating this course. I'm still kind of working with the title, but it's going to be something like Sing into Your Awakening or something like that. But it's so I that course will be for women 30 to 50 who want to use their voice to find, deep purpose, personal power, and inner peace,
Wow.
and really use how to use their own voice for their awakening journey. But what I also do is I do work with people individually right now anyway. I think what's going to happen eventually is this virtual course will turn into, a weekend with me, and then like also like a 6-month journey with me per
Wow.
one-on-one, so people can choose that kind of. But for right now, until I
Mhm.
get all that worked out, I do 3 packs and just work with people kind of on Zoom right now, just doing coaching. So,
Awesome.
and we can work however they want to work and on whatever they want to work with.
Awesome. So if they want to connect with you, they have to go to your website right now or a particular link.
Yeah,
What
they
is the
could
way to
do it.
connect?
They could connect through my YouTube channel, Rebecca Abraxas. They could go
Yeah.
to RebeccaAbraxas.com.
Okay.
I'm like all over social media and TikTok. And so whatever people's best flavor of social media, I'm all over there. Or if they just want to do a private email, it's RebeccaAbraxas at gmail.com.
Wow. Amazing. All of her links, her Facebook group and stuff, everything will be down below in the description if you have not seen it already, right? It will be
Oh,
there.
yay.
Okay.
Cool.
So this is a request. This is not a request. I don't know what it is. Okay. It just came in my mind. That is usually after the end of the video, you do this little bit of sound healing, alignment through sound thing. Do you want to give our viewers a little bit of the bliss of that? What do you think?
Sure.
Awesome.
Do we have
Awesome.
a topic we want to do, or is it just going to be just for, a Monday or whatever day it is?
Okay,
Monday.
okay, like alignment through sound for a particular topic so that they can heal
Yeah.
that
Do you want to do
particular thing.
something stress relief, or what do you want to do?
I have something in my mind. I guess let's do it for things that is related with anxiety. A lot of my members in the group are going through anxiety. They will find it very valuable if you do something around.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's all just get into receiving mode, and we'll just do this for de-stressing and letting go of anxiety and tuning into our highest self and highest trust in ourselves. That trust really helps us come into that alignment with feeling better and feeling less anxious. So here we go, tuning in. So that's a little taste. And whenever you do sound, make sure you have a moment of silence afterwards. You can really become aware of how the frequency in your vibration has shifted. And in that space, a lot of awareness can come up. Blessings.
Thank you so much for doing this. That was amazing. It was
That felt
really
good.
healing. That was amazing. That was so healing. It has such a calming effect every time you do it. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Thank you so much for doing this. And thank you so much for doing this conversation, this discussion with me. And so that's it, everyone. Today, I'm going to wrap up this episode here. I hope you have enjoyed. And if you have not already, check out Rebecca's channel. The link will be in the description, and connect with her if you want to know how to do this alignment through sound to come back into alignment, come back with your source, right? And if you have not already, subscribe to my channel and give this video a like and click the bell notification so that you never miss any of my videos when I release them. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for joining me and honoring me with your presence for my very first episode.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for this. This was wonderful. And thank you for this opportunity and to just be of service and be here and to get to know you better. Yeah, it's a beautiful opportunity. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. Bye, everyone.